Alright, so the first step is just peeling them off, and all you can see right here, you have a little bit of skirting, and what that does is it hugs on around the headphone into this little slot here, right there. So all we're going to do is just pinch like this with our thumb and our finger, and we're going to peel, and the whole ear pad just comes off like that. Now, important to note, for the sides of the headphones, obviously these ear pads have a left and a right, so take note of left and right. Just so you know, the left side has the microphone hole right here, and then also the audio plug right here if you have a wired version. If it's a non-wired version, the wireless, it probably just has the audio plug on the left side, just in case you make a mistake. To the left pad, just pinch and peel as well. Alright, they are off. Okay, now looking at the ear pads, we're going to install. First thing you want to do is extend the headphone arms so you have a little bit of room. Actually, we're going to extend one side only, and this side's going to be the left side, that I'll start with. That's just going to give us a little bit of extra room for our hands to work. So looking at the actual ear pads, now these ear pads are the original ones I just took off. If you have a brand new set of pads, there is a chance that the back skirting here, which is what goes into this slot, might be a bit tight. So what you want to do is just give it a little stretch. So just grab it, pull it along like this, stretching it out. The material is quite strong, so you can give it a medium pull and tug. You can go around like that on each one, and then you also want to go with a stretch like this on each one. And then that will make it nice and stretchy and ready to go. If that doesn't work, you can also use a hair dryer and just blow dry around here and then do the same thing, and then it'll definitely stretch, but you probably don't need that. So looking at the headphones again, they do have markings on here for left and right as well once you take the ear pads off. So you got right there, so that makes it nice and easy. Alright, so first thing you want to do is looking at the left side, we'll flip this over. What you want to do is get the corner up here in the corner, the skirting here, and you're just going to try and slot that into the corner right there, like so. Once that's in, we're going to pinch, we're going to push down with our thumb and hold it there in place. We're going to take our fingers here, we're going to put it underneath into the skirting area here, and we're just going to feed it into this little slot, like so. And once that's in, we're going to move our hands, we're going to push down here to keep it in place, move our hands so that we can now grip that, flip it over. We're going to do the same thing, just feeding it in, pulling up. You want to get your fingers right underneath the pad and into the skirting here, and then just like that. You might finish with something like this where it doesn't exactly go in. What you can do is just rotate that left or right and then bring it back, and it should slot right in. Otherwise, you can use your fingernail and just push into the slot where the leather is, and that should get it into the slot fine. So that one is on, all good. Going to the right one now, we're going to do a little stretch again. And then stretch it this way, that way. Right. Get our corner ready. Like that. And then we're going to go underneath the pad and start pulling up and slotting it into that slot. And then I'm just going to give it a little twist, and that gets it in place. All done. Now if we look at our Ultra Comfort ear pads, you can see that the back is different to the original ear pads. So the diameter of this circle in this area here, obviously this one here is smaller, so we're going to need to stretch these pads out a bit more compared to the originals. So let's get these originals off. Now I'm just going to do the same thing that we did before. I'm going to give it a good stretch. Now this material here is really strong. We've designed it really strong, so you can give it a good pull. You only need medium force, but it can stretch over much larger headphones without tearing as well, so you should be all right. And then we're going to go across like that. Okay. Get that fuzz off there. Right, and now we're going to do the exact same thing. Just aim for that corner. Get that piece of skirting in there like so. And then we're going to hold that, just go around feeding that in. As we go around, it's going to get a bit harder to slot it in because obviously it's getting tighter. But it shouldn't be an issue because it's really stretchy and you can mold it quite good or move it quite well. Right, so this one is in pretty much, not so much on the top. So I'm just going to give it a little twist. Twist back. Well, that came off. Start over again. There we go. Okay. That one's in. Good to go. Let's go to the left one. Stretch. And now across. Keep in mind that there is a little line on the bottom to tell you where the bottom of the ear pad is, so we have that down here. And we are finished. Right. Let's get our corner in here. There. So that is in, like so. And now we're gonna go around, slotting this in like so. Okay, last part at the top here. Let's see. If you finish at the top, it can be a bit harder to slot it in. So what you can do is rotate it down or try to start somewhere else on the headphone and then hopefully finish closer to the bottom. So you don't have any headphones in the way, but it is manageable to get it on however you do it. Let's just move this to the bottom now. There we go. All done. If you heard any noise in the background in that video, it's because of these little squirts. They're rescue rabbits. And their friends that are over here.